I am the way, the truth, and the life. Follow me to have life eternal. This is the message of Christ. Christ came directly from source, from God. Jesus showed us how to live that out here in humanness. How even though we have had brokenness from generations and from all that we do and that has been done to us, that is now over. That God loves you so much that price has been paid. So you don't have to live underneath shame, guilt, condemnation, fear, doubt, worry. But you can come to God. Cry out in openness to God without fear, without the shame. You don't need to hide like Adam and Eve did in the garden with the fig leaf, blaming other things any longer. You can just humbly come to God, seeking God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and knowing how to more fully love others from that perspective, the perspective of grace, mercy, and compassion. Jesus came to show us the way to live, the truth of what God is, and the life eternal. When you really envelop the truth of what that means, and you see the holiness of God and the wholeness of you in God's perspective, which is eternal, your only desire should be to pour out more love and to see God more clearly. God is love. God is just, mercy, and gracious. God came and paid the price once and for all for you never again to be separated from God. No matter what you do, no matter where you're at, God is with you. And all it takes is for you to say, I am here, when God's calling out to you. Trusting in God's goodness, knowing God's love is eternal, knowing that you don't have to be perfect because you are perfect and whole. You're whole in your humanness. Only God is holy. And we need to seek God's holiness, not fear God, but accept God's love more truly. So when Jesus says, follow me, he means live by the example that I've shown you that's possible for you, that God has made the way and it's over. Jesus is the way to live, the truth of God's love, and the life eternal that is just waiting for you. If you feel away from God, if you feel disconnected, if you feel full of shame, guilt, despair, there's no need. God loves you. If you've been put off by churches and religions because of hypocrisy in the message, I understand. Religions aren't the construct of God. It's man's desire to put God in a box, and we cannot. God doesn't belong to any religion. God doesn't belong to any building or organization. God is eternal and infinite. And God loves you. And God's desire is for you to simply come to God and commune. Never going to scream it at you. Never going to make you feel bad about it. Just quietly calling you all the time. Come. I love you. God loves you. Jesus showed us what that looks like. When you simply see Jesus as Jesus is, outside of religion, you really see the truth of who God is. So guys, come simply follow Jesus. I'm encouraging you to seek God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Let go of your constructs. Come into the fullness that God has for you, the love that God has for you. Let go, surrender, and trust. God doesn't want to punish you. God loves you. God bless each and every one of you.